stay with you for the next one, actually. So what would you say are the key success factors in executing? I'll go broader and say renewable projects, although yes, we have, as we have talked about, a lot of our current projects are solar. But if you want to look at it from the broader perspective of renewable projects, what are the key success factors? And after that, actually, after your contribution, I also want Dr. Sanusi to also, from the perspective of the rural electrification, he has executed projects, like what are the key success factors that are driving their project as well from RIA. But first, Abimbola.
So thank you, Debo, for that question. The key success factors in developing renewable energies in the country, one is technology. A key part is technology, having the right knowledge of the technology to be deployed for each of the types of renewable energies that you want to produce is really key. So you being able to have the right technology to deploy, or the right organizations to be able to deploy the technology to achieve your aim. You have a target. So for an organization, for instance, you want to reduce, most times businesses go for renewable because they want to reduce cost. That's the main target. So for them to really adopt renewable energy, they want to reduce cost. So it's very key for you to have the right technology to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, the initial outlay is going to be on the high side. But if you have the right technology, you realize that over time, the gain is going to be there. So that's one key area. The other key area is the finance. The key success factor of finance cannot be overemphasized because of the initial high capital outlay. You realize that many organizations that would have loved to go into renewable wouldn't go because they needed to put in so much at a time. Even businesses, even homes, they can't afford it. So if there's a source of funding that takes care of the initial challenge of the capital outlay, it makes it easy to be able to go in that direction. It makes it easy. It encourages all of them to say, okay, yeah, let's go. We can do it. And for the consultants on the other side too, it's typical for a consultant to just want to do EPC, just like Dr. Shanisi said earlier. It makes sense. You just do your EPC, engineering, procurement, construction, maybe at best you do installation, and a turnkey project, you move on, you are paid and you don't look back. But for investors to want to go into renewable, you want to be able to assure them that really you can make your money over time. So there's need for that support, both from policy side, from the government side, from the institutions, banking institutions, and every institution that's responsible for research and development. So you see all of these come together to be able to promote a successful project execution in renewable energies.
Thank you, Bimbo. Dr. Sanusi, any perspective on that?
Yeah, just to add to what Bimbo said, for me, given my own experience within the area, from the point when we started in 2017 till now, what was there before and what we succeeded in doing, I think the trick or the most important component was the political will of government to want to, take that driver's seat, bring all stakeholders together, to bring in funding, bring in all the players, partner with them, because I think what was missing was that political will from government and not having somebody to drive the entire process and coordinate the space. Yes, we had, technology was there even before 2017, but there was no policy. There was no regulation that, sort of provided comfort for private players to come in and invest. So because of that political will, the regulation, of course, came. We had the mini-grid regulation that came in, I think, in 2016. Shortly after that regulation, and coupled with the fact that government also brought in funds and also tried to mobilize funds from other sources, you started seeing interest, even from commercial banks. I can tell you that before, say, 2018, when we implemented our first projects, no commercial bank was really interested, except for maybe one that tried with, some of the pilot projects we did on the Nigerian Energy Support Program funded by EU and German government. But you see a lot of commercial banks now going into this market. They didn't participate because they didn't understand, but because of the interest and the will of government, bringing in money, bringing in players, coordinating the space, they started getting interested. And, a few of them now are supporting some players within the space. They have dedicated teams, that try to understand, what sort of a project or product, and then analyze and advise them appropriately. So for me, I'm glad that, we're able to at least get it right. We've started, the transitioning process. What we are looking at now is how to quickly scale up. And like other, panelists have, said, we need everybody to be on the same page. We need more people, more hands, more players, more technical people, to come into the space. And of course, we need more funds. So for me, the trick would be that lack of political will initially. And with that will now and drive, every other thing is falling in place.